All right. If you've ever used an AI, you totally know this feeling. You type something in, you hit enter, and you kind of just cross your fingers, right? Sometimes it's pure magic, but other times it's a total mess. Well, we're going to change all that. It is time to stop guessing and start engineering. Let's break down the 6 essential building blocks you need for that perfect AI prompt.
See, most of us, we treat AI like a slot machine. On the left, you've got this vague prompt, help me with a workout. You're just pulling the lever and hoping for a jackpot. But on the right, that's a structured, detailed request. That's not a gamble, that's a set of instructions. And believe me, that difference, it's everything. When you get a generic, useless response, it's almost never the AI's fault. It's the prompt.
And this leads us to what I call the first try fallacy. It's this completely unrealistic idea that you can just toss in a simple prompt and the AI will magically read your mind and give you the perfect answer. But the truth is, the quality of what comes out is a direct reflection of the quality of what you put in. So you see, the problem isn't the tool. Nope, it's how we're talking to it.
Okay, so this is where we need to flip the script. Prompting, it's not just typing stuff into a box. It's architecture. If you want consistently amazing results, you need a blueprint. You need to become a prompt architect. And today, I'm giving you the 6 foundational building blocks to get you started.
So first things first, let's talk about the prompting hierarchy. Because here's the thing, not all of these building blocks are created equal. You gotta know what really matters.
I want you to picture your prompt like a pyramid. The base, the foundation, is the task. This is the core instruction, and it's absolutely non-negotiable. Without it, you've got nothing. The next level up adds context and exemplars. This is what guides the AI, making sure the answer is actually relevant to you. And then, at the very top, you've got the polish, persona, format, and tone. These are the nice-to-haves, the little details that take your output from just good to truly great.
All right, let's dive into the core of it all, task and context. Seriously, if you get these 2 things right, you're already like 90% of the way to an awesome result.
Okay, first up is the task. This is, without a doubt, the most critical part of your prompt. It is the fundamental instruction that tells the AI what you actually want it to do. If your task is fuzzy, your whole result is going to be built on shaky ground. So, how do you nail this? It's actually pretty simple. Always start with a clear action verb. So instead of saying, I need ideas for, you're going to say, generate 10 ideas for. See the difference? Use strong commands like write, summarize, analyze, or create. Being direct and specific makes this command the engine for your entire prompt.
All right, next up in our foundation, context. And let me tell you, this is where most prompts just completely fall apart. Context is the background, the rules, and the goals. It's what gives your task meaning. Without it, the AI is just flying blind.
Look, to make this super easy, just ask yourself 3 simple questions. First, what's the background? I am a 70-kilogram male. Second, what does success look like? I want to put on 5 kilograms of muscle. And third, what are the constraints or the environment? I can only train twice a week for 1 hour. All of a sudden, the AI isn't guessing anymore. It has the critical info it needs to give you something you can actually use.
Okay, our foundation is solid. Now it's time to bring in the secret weapon. Examples.
So the fancy technical term for this is exemplars, but really it's just a slick way of saying examples. This is one of the most powerful and, frankly, underutilized techniques out there. You're not just telling the AI what to do, you are showing it.
This technique actually has a name in the AI world, few-shot prompting. And this isn't just a hunch, okay? There are tons of research papers that prove that including just 1 or 2 really good examples in your prompt dramatically improves the quality of the output. You're basically giving it a perfect template to copy.
Let me show you a perfect example of this in action. Say you're working on your resume. Instead of just saying, write a bullet point from my sales job, you literally just give the AI this template. I accomplished X as measured by Y, resulting in Z. Then you plug in your own info, and boom, the AI is going to follow that exact structure, giving you these powerful, super impressive bullet points every single time.
So at this point, our prompt is solid. It's functional, it's going to get the job done, but now we add the polish. We're talking persona, format, and tone. This is what makes the output stop sounding like a robot and start sounding like an expert.
First up in the polish department is persona. This is where you tell the AI who to be. Think of it like you're a director casting an actor. You're giving it a role, a character, and a very specific point of view to write from. So ask yourself, who's the perfect expert for this job? Who do you wish you could call up for help? For marketing copy, you might say, act as a senior product marketing manager who is great at storytelling. And you can even have some fun with it. I gotta tell you, I once had it write an email as Batman, and it signed off The Dark Knight. Seriously, it works surprisingly well.
Okay, next up for polishing, format. This is all about controlling how the final output is structured. You can't just settle for a giant wall of text. You've got to tell the AI exactly how you want the information to look.
You have to picture what you want the final output to look like. Do you want bullet points, maybe some code, or a table, just like this one? If you're sifting through user feedback, asking for a table with columns for feedback, responsible team, and priority is, come on, a million times more useful than some long rambling paragraph, right? Specify the format, get a result that's ready to go.
And that brings us to our final building block, tone. This is the emotional layer. This isn't about what the AI is saying, but how it's saying it. This is all about the vibe, the personality.
The biggest trap people fall into here is using really vague words like professional or friendly. They don't mean anything. Instead, you need to describe the feeling you're trying to create. But here's a little pro move for you. Get the AI to help you define the tone. Try a prompt like this. I want to sound serious without being stuck up. Give me 5 tone keywords for this. It might come back with things like confident, clear, and respectful, which are way more precise and lead to a much better output. Okay, so you've got the 6 core building blocks now. But before we wrap up, I've got one last pro move for you. It's a really simple trick that helps the AI stay focused, especially when you give it a long or complicated prompt.
It's a little trick called the XML sandwich. You just wrap your entire prompt inside these simple tags. You're basically putting up signs for the AI that say, hey, listen up. Everything inside here is the super important part. Pay extra close attention. It is a tiny change that makes a huge difference in how well the AI follows your instructions. And there you go, the 6 building blocks and the hierarchy that pulls them all together. You're no longer a gambler just pulling a lever and hoping for the best. You are now a prompt architect holding the blueprint. You have the system. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?